welcome back. I am back on the tractor for this episode. To start off with, I'm in some land which is not quite in the ring-fenced block at home, so it's slightly further away but not bad at all. We were planning on drilling on the land far away from home, but we've had rain overnight and that just won't stand going drilling, so change of plan, as often happens in farming due to the weather. We're in this field. Now, this field had to be ploughed. That is not something that we do lightly. It's not a choice that we make often. It's all been about controlling the brome issues that we're having. They have been out of control this year, like nothing we've ever seen. So ploughing mixed in with rotation, which I think I've talked about, is how we are trying to combat this issue. So this field has been ploughed, it's been over with the press a couple of times, and we've come down. We think the moisture is the right level for drilling, but there's still some big knots of soil. So my job before my dad comes across with the drill is to use this uni-press machine. So those black bits there are legs, which kind of lift up the soil a bit, and then there's a big roller on the back which is cutting up those lumps of soil. So hopefully we'll have some nice conditions to drill into. I'm on GPS, so that's ideal, but you can see I haven't been here, but I've been there, and it's lifting it up a bit fluffier, and actually it doesn't look too damp and should be all good for drilling, which is a good thing as my dad is about to start, so I better get my act together and keep ahead of him. On the GPS today, which makes life a lot easier. Here we are on the screen, and we're currently running right on the line. As you can see, that green box at the top shows how much we're out. So we're up to 5 centimetres there maximum out on this line. But it definitely makes things nice and easy with the GPS and no hands required. My mum is away today. She is heading to pick up, hopefully all being well, 2 Suffolk tup lambs. So they will be going in with the new Scotch half-bred ewes, and hopefully doing their job and getting those ewes in lamb. So I'll be excited to see them when I get home. I'm not sure if I'll cross over with her, and they may well be turned out by the time I get to seeing them, so I might not see them up close right away, but excited to get them and hope that they do a good job. Past experience of the Suffolk tup onto a Scotch half-bred ewe is really positive. You get a really nice, quite big lamb out of the combination, and they have been sought after. I mean, that's maybe a bit strong, but when we've taken them to market, people have asked if we have any more of those, as they like to keep and use those for breeding. So fingers crossed, as I said, they'll do a good job. Well, I've got a couple of days coming up where I'm not really going to be on the farm that much. Today is one of them. I'm on my way to pick Lizzie up, then heading over kind of Preston direction. We are going to a farm there, and we are going to be filming for an NFU education project. So we did this, I think, end of last year, or maybe even it was the start of this year, and the format is we go to a farm or maybe some kind of factory which creates something agricultural, and then we film a mini video with the farmer or the engineer or a mechanic, and then this video gets played to primary schools who sign up. And it's followed by, so that's pre-recorded obviously, then it's followed by a live question and answer session, which Lizzie and I host with said farmer or said mechanic. So last time we did this, we live streamed, did the live question and answers to thousands of schools. So obviously reaching lots and lots of primary school children. So a fantastic initiative by the NFU education team. Really happy to be involved again. If you, maybe you're a teacher or you have children at school and you want them to be involved in this, I'm sure there's still time to sign up. So look on the NFU Education social media pages, or I think just Google it probably, and you'll manage to find something. Or if you're really struggling, put a comment and I'll try and direct you to the right person. But yeah, still time to sign up, and if it's anything like last year, hopefully it'll be really well received again, and hopefully help children learn a bit more about food and farming, the countryside, the environment, and what farmers are doing to produce food. So whilst I was at the pumpkin farm, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot to film anything, which is annoying, but the weather was also really bad, rainy, windy, and so I didn't have too much chance to get my phone out either, and it was vital to just get the filming done in those little dry spells that we had for the NFU education project. This morning's job is bringing up the Scotch half-breds who are in with the 2 Suffolk tup lambs, and we're going to top up the raddle on the tup lambs, check they're all okay, and then get them back out in the field. The weather is awful here today. It's just about stopped raining, but really windy. It's a full waterproof day, which I am not ready for. It's still September. I do have my shorts on underneath here though. I'm not admitting defeat on that yet at all. Good news in that there are quite a few red bottoms in here, which is exactly what we want to see. The tup lambs doing their jobs. So there's one there and one just over there in the middle of them as well. Here we are a bit closer to them. So most of these Scotch half-breds, so the white-faced ones, are the new gimmers, so ones which haven't lambed before. Some of them are ones we had before, so they're a few years old, and there you can see the new Suffolk tups. The new tups aren't quite as friendly as some of the other ones, so just important to bring them up, give them a bit of food and top up the raddle. So talked about that before, that is the marker on their chests so that we know when they've took the ewes we are onto red. Now, as you can see, a definite, very obvious red bottom over there. Once this is done, a couple more jobs, and then I'm actually heading down to London, which isn't like me at all, but I am going to speak at the Tower of London, of all places, which is, well, it's an opportunity you just don't get. I mean, even getting an event there, let alone being asked to speak, is amazing. The event is being run by RAU, so that's where I did my Masters, Cirencester, Royal Aggie Uni, and Lysett, who are an insurance broker, and there's a focus at the event on mental health. There is somebody from the army there speaking, and also somebody who set up a concept, a business called Leaf Yard, which provides mental health support to businesses, but also on a subscription basis. I'll be talking about some of the challenges that farmers are facing, why often it's hard for farmers to seek support, and why also social media can be really important to form a community for farmers. Obviously, there's not all good points about social media, but for me, I think widely it is positive. And then, yeah, I'll be heading back late this evening, so I think my train gets back in about midnight, so it'll be quite a long day. We have this Scotch half-bred behind me. We've just done her feet. She's got scald in 2 of them. Just one of those things, but treated with blue spray, albeit she's sitting down now. She'll be going a lot better already, and in a day or 2 we'd expect her to basically be back to normal, so quite an easy fix on that one. There we go, rest of them on the way out. And one of the tup lambs, you can see they're a bit smaller, but obviously they're young, they're fit, and it's not a problem for them at all with the size. And here are our last couple. Look how chunky those legs are on the Suffolk. Absolutely lovely. Well, a big change from this morning. All changed and walking to the train station, ready to head down to London. There are 2 other speakers this evening, so heading down on the train now, get to the Tower of London, use my best navigating skills, I'm sure, with it being London, and yeah, really looking forward to it. All about raising awareness of mental health in our industry, so anything that I can be doing to do that, I'll try my best. I have made it, just about. I am definitely getting my head around navigating London. Never been on this tube bit before, I've never been to the Tower of London, so very, very excited to get in there. I don't know whether we'll get a chance to look around or not, or whether we'll be straight into the evening. I have just finished at the Tower of London. What an absolutely fantastic evening, really well hosted event, and I hope that my talk all about mental health in agriculture, the unique challenges that farmers are facing, went down really well. I am just trying to find which tube to get back to the station, and I think I'll be getting back into York at about midnight this evening. On that note, that's it for this week's video. Thank you as always for watching, and if you enjoy the video, please do like and subscribe to my channel.